What you do, YouTube? We got some of that bacon action. It is definitely pre-cooked, but still kind of floppy. That's what you're looking for. Because now we're going to make our meatballs. And before we do that, I want to grab a bowl. And I'm going to add some eggs. And into a bigger bowl, we're going to add some nacho cheese Doritos and some all-purpose flour. Okay. If I don't have enough bacon to wrap around all my meatballs, I'll just make more. It's not that big of a deal. So we got some large, grade A, double A, brown eggs. Go ahead and just, there we go. I'm going to crack a couple eggs in there for our meatballs. The meat we were using is a 93% lean, 7% fat ground beef. Right there. Good stuffs. So I'm going to crack open a couple eggs. Make this quick. Trying to get yolk all over my phone. I think 6 eggs will be enough. This should be theoretically. Yeah, throw in 6 eggs. Sure enough to wash all of our meat in it. We'll add more if we need to. Need a paper towel, god damn it. Yeah. So into a bowl we're gonna crack 6 eggs. Get in there. See? Okay. We got 6 eggs in the bowl right there. We're going to stir them around. Hit those eggs with a little bit of that Bud Light action. A little bit of Bud Light for the eggs. Just a little bit. And of course some more of that garlic powder. Now we got it all poured in there. We're going to stir it around. In our bigger bowl, we're going to add flour and Doritos crumbs. So there's that. Now we're going to grab a fork and we're going to whisk it. Whisk it good. So stir the eggs and the beer and the garlic salt all around. This is garlic powder, whatever you want to call it. It's garlic powder, yeah. Take that garlic powder and that beer and the egg and stir it around. I have my oven heated to 350 degrees. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the beef, make them all into some meatballs, portion it out on the baking tray here. And then we'll do the next step before we wrap the bacon and fry it. Or bake it, I mean. We're going to bake it in the oven, yeah. Whisked up. Alright, so we got toothpicks for when we add our bacon. Right here, but that's going to be... Before we cut the cheese, all puns not intended, we're going to... what's next? Yeah, let's get this bowl and add some like Doritos and some like flour to it. Yeah. Cheers. So now to our mixture, we want to take, we have some all-purpose flour. That's most definitely what's up, tubes. And before we make the pasta for our spaghetti, we're going to make the meatballs. And I was going to use the 1 cup measurement, but it don't want to fit in there. So we'll just go like that. There we go. Put a little bit of that flour in there. All-purpose flour. There we go. And a little bit more. Oh, some sauce. Okay, now we got our all-purpose flour in there. We're going to we'll throw in some more of that garlic powder that we used for our eggs and our beer right there. Just a sprinkle of that in there. Because the tomato sauce we're using is a Hunt's garlic and herb tomato sauce. So you got this nice, a little bit of that garlic powder to spice up those meatballs. I'm not going to throw any beer in here because that's going to be our dry. What we're going to do is we're going to, we'll dunk the meatballs in the egg, then in the flour, then we're going to wrap it in bacon. And before we do that, we got to add Doritos to our flour mixture. So we got some nacho cheese Doritos. And I'm just going to take a bunch. Start crushing them up in there. Now, if you have like a food processor to make this, it'd be a lot quicker. Just throw a bunch of Doritos in your food processor. But I think if you crush it by hand, you're putting a little bit of extra love into it, YouTube. Now, before we wrap the bacon and add the toothpicks to our meatballs, we're going to pre-proportion, we're going to open our ground beef. I'm going to roll out some meatballs and then put them on the tray here. And then I'm going to wash my hands, and then we're going to take our cheese and we're going to cut out individual chunks of mozzarella cheese. And it's already in a block, so it'll be easier to form around the meatball. So yeah, getting a bunch of Doritos crushed up into our flour here. Of course, the nacho cheese flavor, because that's your boy King Cobra's favorite. Crush those chips up. And some of those chunks of Doritos are not like fully crushed up, and that's just all right, YouTube. Some of the pieces are going to be a little bit bigger than the other pieces. Enough layer of Doritos. And maybe one more little handful here. Yeah. My hands are orange. That's all right. There's practically about this much left in the bag here, YouTube. Right there. So yeah, that's damn near a whole bag of Doritos. That should be enough for breadcrumbs. Ugh, wash my hands again. All right, 1 second, YouTube. Alright, YouTube, so now we're going to grab a fork or a spoon, whatever you have handy, and just stir the the flour and the Doritos around until well combined. Of course, you're familiar with this by now. I use this method to make my Doritos fried chicken. A little bit of all-purpose flour, a little bit of Doritos. And you don't have to use nacho cheese Doritos. You can use whatever flavor of chips you want. Just want to make sure those ground up chips or crisps or whatever you want to call them are like well combined with our flour. We're going to really stir those Doritos around. Okay, those are... Yeah, and look at that. The flour's got like a nice orange tint to it. That's what we're looking for. I'm going to create like a little pocket for our meatballs. All right. Delicious. Now we're going to take our ground beef that we have here from Signature Select. Set that to the side for a second. Right there, show that logo, beautiful. We're going to open it up and we're going to roll up a couple of meatballs. And before I stuff them with cheese, we're going to proportion it out and see how many we have here. Yeah. These are open. I mean, they had pre-made meatballs that I could have gotten at the store. They were already rolled, but I don't know. I like rolling my meatballs by hand. It's a lot funner that way. Yes. Just gonna have a handful. Gonna form the ball here. And they don't gotta be pretty, man. Just at this stage, they really don't have to be pretty. Just kind of roll them up, roll them up. This will give me an idea of how big to make the chunks of mozzarella that we stuff into our meatball. Yeah. We may only need one thing of angel hair pasta to make this too, because this is, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I don't know, YouTube. I'm thinking we might want to add the, that ain't enough meatballs, man. And these are pretty decent sized little meatballs too. I might just grab the other pack of meat. Yeah, let's do that. Because this is only making like, they only made like 5 meatballs. Same as last time, same as before. Get it open. Yeah, 2 packets should fill the whole goddamn tray full. All I'm going to do is I want to take this goddamn ground beef and just fill my cooking tray up with big ass meatballs. Oh look, Cobra's playing with balls. Shut up, Beavis. See, they're not going to be like stupid big, but like big enough you're like, okay, you know what you're getting into. If I have any leftover meat, I'll just wrap it in tin foil and then stick it in the freezer for later. A couple of nice juicy looking meatballs. And these meatballs are going to go in the oven for like 35-40 minutes or so, give or take. So there's going to be like some in-between time with these meatballs cooking. And then we'll do the pasta last, because that'll be the easiest parts of this cooking video, YouTube. Can I make this one a little bit bigger? Yeah, I'll make it a little bit bigger. Beautiful. Okay, and this last one, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it, YouTube. Make it. This one's not going to be as big as the others, but that's all right. That's all right. Some big-ass fucking meatballs, man. I've got big meatballs. That's fancy big meatballs. Alright, I'm going to wash my hands more thoroughly and then we'll get into that cheese. God damn it. Where did it go? There it is. Motherfucker, stay up there. Alright, so now for our meatballs, we're going to want to prep some cheese real quick to stuff in there. So we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 9 big old meatballs. Alright, they don't look too bad. And before we get to double dipping and toothpicking, we want to add some cheese. So we got this fresh, right here, block of mozzarella. Set that on there real quick. Right there from Luke Crane. Luke Crane's a good company. They make some pretty awesome dairy products. That's a big old block of fucking cheese, dude. Realistically, we only need like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 big old cubes of it. Yeah. So we cut off a big chunk right here. Let's see if that's enough. Oh yeah, this recipe is going to have a lot of cheese in it, YouTube. And cut into smaller chunks like that. Okay. Now we need like go and cut these smaller ones into like 4 sections. See if we can't stuff our meatballs in that, huh? Ah, yeah. Big old gob of mozzarella cheese. Big old cubes of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. some for the chef. Oh yeah. I love me some mozzarella. That's good. If the meatball don't fit, we'll make it fit. Yeah. That's not what I wanted. Hold up. Okay, we got some tin foil. I'm going to take out the leftover cheese that we have here. I'm going to wrap that in tin foil. Stick that back in the fridge for later. We can keep our cheese fresh. Beautiful. Big old block of mozzarella. Alrighty, so the next thing we're going to do before we start the final two processes of our meatballs, move the egg wash over this way. And they don't got to be like perfect little cubes. They really don't. But if they're like a little wide, you know, kind of square them off a little bit. Yeah. And they're not going to be like perfect little cubes, but like make them into like nice little cubes. Cheese. Oh, God's on it. Fuck. Alright. Now, with our meatballs we have here on the tray, let's take a chunk of that mozzarella and stuff it into the meatball. Alright, so take the smallest one first. And what you want to do is just peel that meatball in half. Stick that in there like that. Put the meatball and peel it in half. And then put the other half on there. Boop. Form it around the cheese. Just like that. Let's get you closer to the camera here. Okay, watch when I do this. Ready? Okay. Meatball, peel it in half. Block of mozzarella cheese. Stick it in the middle. Put your other meat of it on top. And then like a boss, you want to pack your meatball nice and tight around the mozzarella cheese. Oh yeah. And just repeat with all of these. Ooh, excuse me. Now, when I roll in the egg wash and then I roll it in the flour and Doritos, that'll hopefully keep the cheese from leaking out. And when I wrap it in bacon, I'll have to stick it with a toothpick. So I'm not going to stick the toothpick in very far, just enough to get the bacon to stay on there while it bakes onto the meatball. And you want to hold on to your this baking tray full of all this grease that we're about to experience. You want to hold on to that for your garlic bread. Yeah. All right. Now that meatball is in there, nice and fucking. Okay, so we got like 5 more. Let's just get in there, get it done. Beep. Last time I tried to make spaghetti and meatballs with mozzarella cheese stuffed meatballs, I didn't have Doritos on there, on the meatballs and the flour. And a pro chef told me that if you wanted to keep the cheese from leaking out the sides of your meatball, roll it in some flour before you bake it in the oven. So it's like, yeah. Yummy, yummy meatballs for us spaghetti and meatballs. Oh yeah, this is going to be some really good spaghetti and meatballs, YouTube. I got a good feeling about these. About dissing. And you don't want to make the cubes of cheese too big. Okay, just barely big enough to like fill the middle of these. Okay, beautiful. It's not poking through. Alright, so we got 3 more to stuff. Wow. God damn it. God damn it, Kyle. Screw you, Cartman. Alright, we got 2 more big old honking meatballs left. Stick the cheese in there. Now just take the cheese and like bury it in the dead center of the meatball, just like that. Good looking little meatball. You don't want any of the cheese exposed. You want the entire little lump of cheese to be covered. Make some room for that one, because this meatball is a little bit smaller. Alright. Yeah, don't eat food while you're handling raw meat. That was super no-no. Oh, raw meat. Oh yeah, you dirty fuck. Oh yeah, play with my meat. Oh yeah, you like playing with my meatballs? You dirty fucking bastard. Okay, so our meatballs have their mozzarella cheese in there. What's next? Yeah, egg wash, flour. Move the flour mix back over here. Wash my hands again briefly. Alright, YouTube. Now, this part's going to get a little messy. Okay, well, what I want to do is I want to take a meatball or dunk it in our egg mixture. Dunk it in our flour, and we're going to double dip it, place it on the tray. And the last step will be taking all that bacon and wrapping a piece around each meatball, and then sticking that with a toothpick so the bacon don't come undone. Pretty straightforward. We definitely made enough bacon for the recipe. That's good. Good. Very good. The reason why you want to pre-cook your bacon like that before you wrap it around the meatball, so that when you bake it in the oven, you know it's fully cooked and you get the effect you're going for. So we'll take our smallest one. Whoop, roll it in the egg. Let that drain off. Into the flour. Oh yeah, we're gonna double dunk it. Double dip, motherfucker. So yeah, you want to double dip You want to double coat the meatball nicely, just like that. Roll it around there. There's one, and now we got 8 more to go. And like I said, you just roll it in the egg mixture, and then roll it in the flour. Oh, roll it in the flour. Pretty straightforward. Double batter that son of a bitch. Then we got our fucking Dorito flour mixture here. And hopefully this will help the cheese from oozing out the side. And if it does a little bit, that's just fine. Got some Dorito baked meatballs. That is ridiculous, YouTube. What do you guys think? If you like these elaborate cooking videos, subscribe for more. Alright. Yeah, these are some hearty motherfucking meatballs. So yeah, we're just gonna go through here and double dip them. Hopefully got enough egg wash in here for this. We should, theoretically. And this is going to be really fucking messy, YouTube. It'll just stick to your hands. And if it does, that's alright. Yeah. See, look at that. This is a messy process, YouTube, so bear with me. Yeah. This method is great for making like Doritos fried chicken. Or like any sort of flavor of chip that you want. Maybe Flamin' Hot Cheetos kind of person. Okay, next meatball. I'm gonna roll it in the egg. That gets it. There we go, just like that. There's probably some Italian grandmother out there going, why? What is wrong with you? Why would you fry that in Doritos chips? The hell's wrong with you? This guy. This fucking guy over here. And then you might find someone out there who's just like, you know what? That's a creative way to do meatballs. Yeah. And the flour and the Doritos, it goes, double dipping it, because everybody knows. That's a good looking meatballs, YouTube. Alright, so now I'm going to do like the last 5. My hands are just coated in this batter, dude. Noise. Alright. Dunk it in the egg, roll it in the flour. Now these meatballs are going to have to go in the oven for like a good 30 minutes before we can pull them out, but I'll leave them like a good minimum 35-40 minutes just to be on the safe side, yo. Because these are some big ass meatballs. So yeah, double dip all your meatballs in the flour and egg. Flour, egg, double dip. There we go. Looking good, YouTube. Now, hopefully, YouTube, the cheese will not ooze out the side. The tricky part now is going to be getting the bacon wrapped around it and putting a toothpick through each one individually, but we'll do that after we clean up here. Alright, so we got 3 left after this. Meatball number 4. Yeah. Okay, look at that. My recipes are getting funner and they're getting more creative, and I'm actually learning how to cook. Shocker. Holy Cholito Batman, I'm going to have to wash this goddamn cutting board when I'm done with all this cooking. That's alright. Oh, man. It's getting harder and harder to dip these because my fingers are just coated in this stuff, man. But we'll press on. We'll press on, YouTube. For the glory of Valhalla, we shall press on. Pretty straightforward process. Just roll your meatballs in the egg wash and then roll it in the flour. Double dip it. Normally, they say don't double dip, but in this case, yeah, you want to double dip these. Really get these meatballs nice and coated. And I have no idea how the fuck these meatballs are going to taste, to be honest. But it should be good, I think. But yeah, after spreading these big-ass fucking meatballs out, YouTube, we definitely have the whole cooking tray full of meatball goodness. Alright, so kind of just roll them meatballs around in that flour. We got one more left. After this one. Awesome, we definitely had enough egg and flour in the bowl for all 9 of these. Ugh. Although the dough in the bowl here is getting pretty goddamn sticky, so we're down to like, oh, good thing we're down to our last meatball here. All the egg incorporating with it. Glasses don't want to stay up. God damn it. Okay, that's all right. It's all right. It's all right, YouTube. All right, beautiful. One more goddamn meatball. Holy shit! And thank you, Lucifer, because the batter is just. It's clumping together. It's all over my hands. Yeah, last one. Dunk it in the egg. Roll it around in the egg. Roll it around in the flour. And again, we're using all-purpose flour and some nacho cheese tortilla chips. Doritos. Come on, you know you love Doritos. Yeah. Oh, shit. I'm gonna roll this around. Get as much of this on here as we can. Yeah. Fucking glasses need to stay on my goddamn face. I'm getting tired of this shit. Okay. Not as glamorous as I thought it was going to turn out, but I digress. Okay, so now the meatballs are all dunked in our flour. Holy shit, that's a messy son of a bitch. Yeah, 1 second. Run my hands underneath the sink real quick. There we go. Oh. Holy crap, YouTube. Oh man, now to clean up our mess. Get these bowls washed out. Dump this in the trash. Yikes, man, this cutting board is wrecked, son. I'm gonna have to, like, wash it. Unwreck it. I'll let these 2 bowls soak in some hot water. That'll help break down all that stuff on the side. I'll dry off my hands and move the phone. Okay, they're the meatballs. Yeah. We're not done with them just yet, though. I want to scooch this camera over a bit. Yeah, this definitely needs to be washed. I'll wash this off, too. Rightio, YouTube. We're going to put all these dishes that we used into our dishwasher. Don't think we need this knife anymore, so we're going to put that and wash it. Yeah. Now I have this idea for a recipe. I've been wanting to revisit this recipe on account of I fucked up last time I did it. So hopefully this attempt goes a little bit smoother. Just a little bit. Okay, got that water piping hot. I'm going to take a paper towel, a little bit of hot water on the paper towel, a little bit of hot water on that paper towel. I'm going to wipe off my surface here. There we are. Beautiful. As Chef Gordon Ramsay once famously said, beautiful. Clean off the stove here. Alright, these meatballs are looking pretty good. I'm not going to stunt, but they're not done, dude. Oh no, they ain't done. They are not done, YouTube. Now, cooking this, like I said, cooking the spaghetti part is going to be super easy and not that intricate. These meatballs are the ones that are going to take the longest. So in about 35-40 minutes or so, we will get the pasta started. Alright, so now this next step is pretty important. If you want bacon wrapped meatballs, we're going to take our toothpicks. And be careful, these toothpicks are very, very sharp. From the Good Cook Company, not a sponsor. And realistically, you don't really need like a piece for each one, maybe. Well, I should have made the pieces a little bit longer, but that's all right. I'll just drape those on top. I might have to take another piece and wrap it around both sides. Like I said, you want to pre-cook your bacon a little bit. Okay, this one really doesn't need another piece. I should have made more bacon, YouTube. But luckily, I do have another thing of bacon to cook up. So we can theoretically do that. Yeah, because we want to wrap the whole thing in bacon. Just like that. See how that whole thing is wrapped in bacon? We're going to take a toothpick. And just stick it on there. I've never tried to attempt these before, so they look like shit. I apologize. Oh, fuck her off. Fuck off. Oh, fucking hell, the bacon doesn't want to stay wrapped around it. Ah, it just gets better and better, YouTube. Oh, the joys of cooking. Really gotta hold that bacon in place while you do it, I guess. Fucking stupid. Well, I got one successfully wrapped. Man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cook more bacon. That's not enough bacon for our recipe. Fucking hell. Well, you saw me how I cooked the bacon. So, that's the start on our recipe, but we got one successfully wrapped, kind of. We're gonna cook some more bacon and get the rest of these wrapped. So there's that.